Hello my friends, welcome to Instant Electronic channel. This is Uncle Misha. So today we have something new and interesting I recently acquired on Amazon Prime Day. I decided to buy Noco GBX45, and today we're gonna take a look what it is and how it works. Probably many of you already know what it is. This is a car booster or a battery booster, so from Noco. So let's take a look what we have today. Oh, in it is and in fancy packaging. This is actually even, I understand, this is like a shipping box. This is like a nice box. A nice box stores dead batteries, safely jumpstart dead batteries on most gasoline vehicles. 6.5 liters gasoline and 4-liter diesel. Lots of languages and capacity. It has 10 watt USB out, 60 watt USB-C in and out. Very cool. We're gonna test all that. Alright, I think it's time to take it apart. Let's take my favorite one of my favorite knives. Where is the opening here? Opening here is right over here. Alright, that's nice and easy. Wow, actually pretty neat packaging. I kind of like it. I like it a lot. But look at this. This thing is tiny actually. It's actually pretty small. I didn't realize it's gonna be that small. It's like a size of my cell phone. Seriously? It's just thicker obviously. But hey. Hilarious. Okay, so what do we have in packaging here? Very neat and nice packaging. I'm gonna just put it to the side. We have a user manual. We have some kind of shelf, let's say, cardboard shelf. We have a USB-C wire. I'd like to know the capacity of this guy. We have a pouch. Okay, we have a clamp. Oh, this is beefy clamp. And this is clamp kind of thingy. Okay, user manual, who cares? So we have this device. So timer start vehicle within 60 seconds, power on off reset. So what do you have here? Oh yeah, it's actually working. Okay. Oh, not fully charged, looks like. All right. So we have to charge it before we go. So over here we have LEDs, sort of flashlight. As I understand, over here we have an opening to touch this big ass thingy. Okay, just like that. Just for giggles. The arrow is blinking here, so it's smart enough. Now it's okay. Okay, yeah. So I already started testing this guy. I kind of shorted. Obviously, it has to be smart enough to do so. Let's shut it down. Over here, I'm not sure is it waterproof or just a dust proof. I highly think not waterproof, like a liquid. So we have USB-A and we have USB-C. Okay, so this is charge in and out, and this is just, I guess, out. That's it. It doesn't have anything more than that. Very simple. So before we start doing experiments, we have to talk about features. So this thing, I don't know what this is over there, so I guess I still need to read the user manual. Alright my friends, I got some manual by scanning this QR code. So this is just safety and warranty information. It has only 1 year of warranty. Also I connected my USB-C. It is fast charging. Is it? No, it's not fast charging. This is not lighting up, so I need to get the more powerful power brick. But I'll do that. So anyways, this thing has to charge because as you see, it's not fully charged. But let's talk about its features while it's charging. So this little guy over here, indicator, gonna indicate that this thing is fast charging. This guy, as we already tried, is a flashlight. It has various modes. This little button right here is an override mode. So if the car battery is too dead this thing will refuse to charge it. So using this, all protections are off and this thing will be charged. So this is power button essentially, this is power indicator, this is battery level indicator. Those are two LEDs right here. There's a whole bunch of different little LEDs right here. One of them is error, another is too hot, another is too cold, and this one is, I think, reverse polarity protection. So this little one, which just indicates error, has 5 different error codes by blinking. So over here you can see that errors over here in the list. So yeah, so go and consult the manual. So essentially just scan the QR code, got the manual on my phone. Very easy. So now I would like to actually test the capacity of this guy. It says it has 1250 amp continuous current when boosting the battery. That means that this battery can output, and through these wires, that much current. Well, I have no capacity to test that. No way I can do this. So unfortunately this cannot be tested. But what I can test is to actually the capacity of internal battery. So this thing is fairly light. It's probably a little bit heavier than one of my most powerful batteries, battery packs. So I would like to actually charge this thing fully and then discharge it using USB-C. Obviously going to be losses for energy going in and losses for energy going out, but obviously. And even if I'm gonna discharge, I don't even know if I would be able to discharge it through this guy. It would be interesting. So ideally, in order to understand the capacity of this battery, we have to actually take it apart. Not sure if we're gonna do that. So yeah, so now it is charging. You have to charge fully, this thing charge fully, then maybe discharge it and then charge again and see what capacity, what energy gonna go in, and then discharge it to understand what energy is going out. So for that we need time. So let's just leave it for now. Let's get it charged and see how it goes. Okay, my friends, so I've ran some tests on this guy. So I did some discharge through this USB-C port and I did some charge, and I was kind of surprised what I saw. So this is my Drock charger I was using to discharge through USB-C. Okay, and I got 2000 ampere hours of yeah, 2.4 thousand ampere hours during discharge, or about 20,000 or 20 watt hours. Was at 5 volt, I think at 2 amps. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. So this battery is fairly weak, or it's somewhat limiting discharge through this port. So I'm not really sure what's happening. Maybe this guy is smart, doesn't let out more than a certain amount of energy through the port, keeping it to this device. I don't know. But when I finished discharging, this thing was here. That's weird. I'm gonna run it again just for a test. Maybe it was a false positive, but also I had a chance to actually boost my old Subaru Outback. So I have 2006 Subaru Outback with old battery, and from time to time you forget something to turn off, this thing dies. Okay, so I had a chance. So here are some photos. So how do you really boost the car? So I didn't have chance to actually take a video during the boosting process. Yeah, you know, was sort of an emergency, but essentially you clamp your, those are really good clamps, by the way, really strong clamps. Not sure if they're made of copper or something like copper plated, but these clamps are really strong. So if they go on your battery, positive, obviously observe the polarity. Then, very simple, you just power this thing on. Okay, this thing is connected, so it senses the voltage of the battery and voltage drop of the battery. So it, for example, when your battery is dead, it's like, let's say 10 volts. When you try to crank the car, it's gonna drop. So this thing gonna sense it and boost and add some voltage from this battery. Okay, so car was like pretty much dead. I was like, it was immediately like, that's it, it started obviously, and this thing dropped to over here. So yellow was blinking, so only one boost, yellow was blinking. So I'm not sure how many boosts this thing will go or how it's gonna perform in winter, but it dropped. And yeah, well, it is what it is. So but car was started successfully. So this thing is really good to have around your car. So I had the actually practical case of using it now. All right, and it actually worked. So I think that's pretty much it. So from the practical standpoint, this is nice and dandy because it's nice and small, has a little pouch, you can really carry it around. Definitely starts the car. I didn't do many starts, but at least one, but one that's usually what you need. But that was summer, right? It was summertime, so we don't know how it's gonna perform in winter. How this battery gonna perform in winter? You know, like how good it's gonna keep the charge. We don't know yet to see, but so far so good. It works as a power bank for sure. Not too crazy power bank, because you know the other beefy power banks I have, they like 80,000 or 80 watt hours, like so much more than that. But still, again, in a pinch, this can save you to charge your phone. Well, if you around the car, you can charge it from the car, no big deal. But this can be portable if you just disconnect this guy. Yeah, well, you have an oversized power bank. So I would say if you get it on sale, I think this is totally worth to keep around your car. You know, if you have multiple cars, maybe even good to have few of those to keep one in the car. Not sure how it's gonna perform in the winter, but so far so good. I think I like it, so I would recommend this product. And next one, I'm not sure if we're gonna do tear down, but I'm super tempted, and maybe I will do, because that definitely gonna answer the question what kind of battery is inside. So guys, I think that's gonna be it for now. Yeah, there is no information here. Actually, here is what USB-C power delivery in supports and USB-C power delivery out supports. It supports 5 volt, 3 amps. Essentially 5 volt, 9 volt, 12 volt, 15 volt and 20 volt, 3 amps. Really nice. So 20 volt amps, 60 watts output. Oh, okay, here we are. Actually, this is the answer to our question. It says battery, 31 watt hour lithium battery. So, given I got like 20,000 watt hours out of this USB port, which is going to be like obviously through converters, through some losses. So yeah, this is about right. A little bit, 30% loss is a little bit too much for it, but yeah, maybe it didn't let me discharge the battery fully, only to some capacity, and then shut down just to preserve battery life. So yeah, this is about right. So we don't even have to tear it down. 31 watt hour battery. This is a really small battery, I must tell you. Yeah. In comparison, but this real small battery can crank out some serious current. So yeah, sometimes it's nice to read on the back. So operation temperature -20 to 50 C, charge temperature 0 to 40. Okay, so charging inside, using outside -20. So if you in Canada and you have -35, you may be SOL. Anyways, okay, well guys, definitely recommend it if you want to see or buy such product. I'm gonna have a link in the description. Please stay tuned for more videos. Stay safe and ciao.